time. That quiet river we all float upon. And yet, we act like we own the boat. People treat time like a wallet that magically fills up every morning. But it doesn't, and it never will. You whisper, "I'll do it tomorrow." You smile and shrug, "I've got time." But while you delay, life decides. Every delay is a silent theft, and the thief is you. "I'll start next week. I'll focus when I feel ready. I'll change someday." That's not planning. That's self-sabotage dressed in comfort. Each day ignored is a page burned from your story, and your book, it doesn't come with reprints. You confuse youth with time, but youth isn't time. It's just blindness to how fast you're losing it. You don't grow old at 60. You grow old the moment you start waiting for life to begin, and most of you started aging the day you began procrastinating. Someone steals your money and you panic. But hours, you lose them by the dozen to gossip, to scrolling, to fear, and you don't even blink. You're not broke in bank balance. You're broke in awareness. Time isn't money. Nobody lives twice. Nobody rewinds. Not even the monks you think are immortal. Even the wisest among us cannot reclaim a wasted breath. You don't need more time. You need to stop abusing the time you have. Every day you're gifted 24 golden tokens. Where do you spend them? On dreams? On distractions? On doubt? Be honest. Your life is not stuck. It's just paused by the choices you've made with your time. Your timing isn't broken by fate. It's broken by fear. And fear's favorite tool is delay. Don't say someday. Say now. Say enough. Say let's begin. Because if you don't, your future will become a graveyard of ideas. Defend your minutes like they are sacred. Because they are. You will never be this young again, this alive again, this able again. So speak to the time you waste, not with regret, but with reverence. Honor it like breath, precious, finite, unpromised. And when you do, time will begin to serve you instead of leaving you behind. You respond to every message because replying feels urgent. But what about that dream? That project, that one thing you keep postponing? You don't touch it. Because it's heavy. Because it matters. Because it asks for your soul, not just your schedule. And that's the part you avoid most. I'll get to it after this call. I'll write when I feel inspired. I'll start when things slow down. They never slow down. That's the trick. Time stretches to fit your distractions. And distraction isn't just scrolling. It's overworking. It's perfectionism. It's making yourself so busy you forget you're avoiding the real work. That book you never wrote. The hard conversation you keep dodging. The career move that scares you, so you settle for the job that doesn't. We delay what matters because the meaningless feels manageable. Answering emails doesn't require courage. Living your truth does. That's why people confuse busy with valuable. It feels good to be needed, to be in motion, to check the box. But at the end of the year, your checked boxes won't matter. Your deep work will. And here's the tragedy. You can spend your whole life being efficient, but never be effective. You can sprint for decades, but never run toward yourself. You'll fill calendar after calendar and still wake up one day. You say you're staying safe, but you're staying stuck. Your digital distractions? They're not the problem. It's your willingness to believe that scrolling is harmless, that filler tasks are meaningful, that staying busy equals building purpose. If you're always available to everything, you'll never be devoted to anything. Time doesn't reward motion, it rewards meaning, and you only find meaning when you stop and ask, what am I really avoiding? The time you waste pretending to be productive is the time you could have used to heal, to risk, to grow, to write, to love. But instead, you updated your to-do list again. I'm not saying don't work. I'm saying work on what matters. Don't just manage your minutes. Master your meaning. The person who runs fast in circles goes nowhere. But the person who takes one slow, sacred step toward what matters moves lifetimes. If your calendar is full but your spirit is empty, you are not winning, you are wandering. Today is still yours. This hour is still whole. This breath is still clean. You don't need to burn the forest to find your path. You just need to stop planting weeds. I've seen people spend entire decades trying to earn validation from those who never learned to validate themselves. Parents who never healed. Society that never claps unless you're bleeding. Friends who love the version of you that never challenges their comfort. We're not living, we're auditioning. But the role you were born to play can't be cast by someone else. And the worst part, you think you have time to be yourself later. I'll live for me after this project. I'll speak my truth when they're ready. I'll stop pretending. One day. That one day is a graveyard of all the selves we never became. The you that paints, the you that writes, the you that walks away, the you that says, enough. They all lived inside you, but you made them wait, and time doesn't wait. The fear of judgment is the most expensive fear of all. It costs you your voice, your originality, your life. You spend years trying to be agreeable, likable, unoffensive, and then wonder why your soul feels bankrupt. Let me say it clearly. They are not thinking about you as much as you think they are. And if they are, let them. What they think of you will never be more important than what you think of you. You don't owe anyone a watered-down version of yourself just so they can be comfortable. You owe the world the most honest, wild, brave version of your soul. Because someone out there is waiting to hear your real voice so they can find their own. But if all they hear is your approval-seeking echo, then the cycle continues. The truth is, you are not here to be liked. You are here to be real. And when you are real, not everyone will clap, not everyone will stay. But the ones who do, they'll see you, and that's worth more than all the fake applause from strangers who only knew the mask. Start measuring your time by how deeply you felt, not how widely you were accepted, because wide can be empty, deep is always full. Speak to the time you traded for nods, likes, and empty praise. Tell it you're done. Tell it your life is not a stage. It's a sacred truth waiting to be lived, uncensored. Let it begin now. Speak to the time you waste, because it is the only thing that does not speak back. You see, there's a thief that never picks locks. It doesn't need to. It walks in, welcomed by your comfort. It drinks tea with your habits, sleeps beside your routine, and yet when it leaves, it takes more than gold. It takes years. This thief is called routine without reflection, and it's everywhere. You wake up, brush, scroll, eat, work, scroll again, watch something, sleep, repeat. Another day gone. Nothing painful happened, but something precious was silently traded, intention for autopilot. Routine is not your enemy, but unexamined repetition. That is spiritual sleep. Ask yourself, when was the last time you truly looked at your day and said, "Why am I doing it like this? Why this job? Why this silence? Why this screen? Why this version of me that repeats instead of reflects?" Because time doesn't just disappear. It dissolves, slowly, into the ordinary. And we mistake that dissolution for safety, as if doing the same thing every day guarantees peace. But monotony is not peace. It's often hidden decay. Your calendar isn't a life. Your to-do list isn't a purpose. And your routine isn't an identity. It is a pattern, a rhythm, a tool. But without reflection, it becomes a slow eraser. It rubs the edges off your questions. It sands down your sense of awe. And one day you'll look up and whisper, "Where did the time go?" And time will whisper back, "You gave it away, not in a rush, but drop by drop, in the name of the familiar." You don't need to escape your routine. You need to wake up inside it. Take 5 minutes, just 5, and ask, did I love today? Did I listen? Did I change? Did I notice the sky? Because when you don't reflect, you stop noticing. And when you stop noticing, you stop living. The world blurs. People become objects. Meals become fuel. And moments, sacred little moments, go uncelebrated. You survive, but you don't thrive. Do not confuse comfort with alignment. Just because it feels easy doesn't mean it's right. The path to peace has effort, but it's intentional effort. It's asking yourself, am I still growing in this routine? or just aging inside it. Monotony is a clever mask. It hides in the shape of duty, of discipline, of the right thing to do. But sometimes it's just fear in a neat uniform. Fear of change, fear of loss, fear of discomfort. So instead of moving, you cycle, like a wheel tied to the same post. You spin, but you don't travel. And spinning feels productive until 10 years pass. Here's the truth. Every routine needs a ritual, a sacred pause, a mirror held up once in a while. Ask, does this still serve me? Do I still recognize the one doing these tasks? Am I running my days, or are they running me? Reflection slows time. Routine, without reflection, erases it. You are not meant to be a loop. You are meant to be a journey. So, be intentional. Brush your teeth, but be grateful for them. Drink your tea, but notice the warmth. Commute, but meet your own thoughts like strangers on a train. Interrupt yourself, even briefly. Let your reflection be the revolution. Your life is not a list. It's not a loop. It's not a clock. It's a collection of awareness strung together like pearls. And you get to decide if you collect those pearls, or just let them roll off the table while you're too busy to notice. So before this day ends, look at it, sit with it, speak to it, ask it what it gave you. Ask yourself what you gave it, and then ask if that trade was worth it. That is how you guard your time from the quiet thief. That is how you wake up inside your own life. Because time is listening, even if it never speaks back. Speak to the time you still have, because if you're listening to this, it means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, it means time has not yet abandoned you. But let me be plain, that mercy is not promised tomorrow. This is not a message of fear. It's a reminder. You have not missed your last chance. Not yet. But the clock has teeth, my friend. The warrior awakens when the soul finally feels the sting of wasted time. When he looks back and sees seasons lost to things that didn't matter. Opinions, arguments, scrolling screens, fake urgency. You see, the path to redemption is not made of grand gestures. It starts with one moment of brutal honesty. I have squandered time. And then, the vow. No more. That vow, that one sacred breath of commitment, is stronger than any regret that came before. You must guard your time like a flame in the storm. Every second that touches your skin is a drop of gold, and you will never see it again. So stop handing it to thieves. Thieves that wear the mask of should, and later. Thieves that whisper, "Just check your phone one more time." Let me tell you something most people never hear until it's too late. Your soul is not nourished by busyness. It is nourished by alignment, by waking up and saying, "This day is mine. I will shape it. I will protect it. I will not sleepwalk through it." That is a warrior's morning prayer. The awakened do not live by default. They do not obey the chaos of the world. They choose their hours. They cut out distractions like weeds. They do not say yes unless their soul agrees, because your time is sacred, and sacred things must be protected. Start by reclaiming 1 hour a day, just one, an hour without noise, an hour without aimless consumption. Use it to build, to reflect, to reconnect, to remember who you were before the world piled its distractions on top of you. And I promise you, when your soul tastes that silence again, it will roar. It will remember how to hunt, because redemption does not live in apology. It lives in action. In every moment you choose alignment over approval. In every breath where you place meaning over momentum. The warrior's awakening is not dramatic. It is quiet, a shift, a tightening of the grip around your own time. It is the first time you say, "Not today, distraction, not again, regret," and you mean it. That's when time bows to you, not the other way around. Some people wake up at 20, some at 50, some never. The tragedy is not in the age. It is in the delay. So hear me now, traveler. This is not just another speech. It is your summons. Your soul sent for you. It whispered, "Come back." And here you are. So take this breath, feel it, and make it your sword. Draw it against every hour you gave away without thought. Swing it at every minute lost to fear, doubt, or distraction. Become the protector of your remaining time. Because here's the truth. You are not too late. You are right on time if you begin now. So begin. Speak to the time you still have. Speak as a warrior speaks. With no apology, only fire. And protect it like it's the only thing that ever truly belonged to you. Because it is.